Remember when Pele said football is the beautiful game? Well, he wasn't capping.
Lionel Messi! Oh my goodness!
The best ballers put out bags of tricks every week, but some guys go way too hard. And FIFA, they've got a problem with that. So I just had to make a list of the 7 skills that are banned in football. And wait till you hear about the one that almost made Ronaldinho the most hated guy in Brazil. But first, we have to start with a skill so insane, one dude got suspended for 4 months for even trying to block it. In 2005, the undisputed king of Brazilian football was Ronaldinho. He'd won the Ballon d'Or and the World Cup a few years back, and now he was in the prime of his career. Fans couldn't get enough of him. But you see, there was another kid around the block Brazilians had been keeping tabs on. And his skill set was so insane, he was the talk of the town. Rainbow flicks, stepovers, the kid can do everything. But there was one skill in particular that he had people going nuts for. And it was so crazy that when he pulled it off, he had a club pull up to sign him immediately. Damn, this dude's making football look like a circus show. The thing is, guys, as incredible as Kurlan's seal dribble is, it's completely banned in football. And the reason caused a national debate all over the country. Some of Kurlan's teammates said he's from Brazil, and they're the Samba boys, you know. The kings of tricks and skills. And he's the kind of guy they'd want to see on YouTube. But in a Brazilian league match between Atlético Mineiro versus Cruzeiro in 2007, Kurlan was repping Cruzeiro and they were winning 4-3. But with just a few minutes left to play, Kurlan decided he'd hit his signature move and bang, everything exploded out of control. The players from Atlético thought he was just being a show-off, so Coelho had to take him out. Even the Brazilian coach thought he was being too extra, so he told him to knock it off, and since then, it's gotten public hate from all angles. But pulling off this move was the stepping stone Kurlan needed in his career, because Inter Milan's coach, Roberto Mancini, was so impressed by the stuff he'd seen that he'd sign him up immediately. Unfortunately, Kurlan's seal dribble was the only major highlight of his career, because after banging a couple of nasty nagging injuries, he'd left football altogether in 2017. It's a shame, because it could have been a lot more for him. See, in football, players aren't allowed to disrespect their opponents by showboating and doing all that fancy stuff. So in an official match, anyone who tries Kurlan's seal dribble might get a warning, yellow card, or even a red. But hey, at least this one's pretty straightforward. I mean, imagine getting a foul for doing the right thing. Now, football has a couple of weird rules, but even a Sunday league baller like myself knows if you pass the ball back to the keeper, he can't catch it with his hands unless you're an op or something. That's pretty easy, even academy kids know that. But you see guys, the game's constantly evolving, and pretty soon, some guys decided they'd try to hack the system, and beat it. So they came up with a plan. Instead of passing the ball back to the keeper, they'd head the ball back to him. That's genius. Crazy. Give the guys that invented this a Nobel Prize or something. But there's only one catch. It got the whole operation busted. See, when the guys that made the rules found out that there was a loophole in the system, they got pretty pissed and came up with a whole new set of ideas. So now it kinda goes like this. If you pass the ball to your keeper when the ball is in the air, it's cool, smooth gravy. But guys like Marco Verratti didn't get the memo early, and when he tried to beat the system again, the dude got caught on all fours, literally. Hey, I know that look. It's me pretending I don't know where my algebra homework is every Tuesday. FIFA wanted to make sure everyone knew they weren't messing around on this one, so they made sure they'd enforce a new set of rules all over. And when Ivan Perisic did a spin-off on the back pass, the ref didn't waste any time busting him. Did he think he was playing volleyball or something? FIFA hated when players try to break the rules, so they have all the laws down. And as for the headed back pass trick, here's what FIFA says. FIFA back pass rules do not allow a goalkeeper to pick up or catch a deliberate back pass. The officials will not always allow a player to use a flick or a kick technique to chest, knee, or head the ball back to the keeper. Referees will penalize any deceitful circumvention of the rule. An indirect free kick would get awarded even if the goalkeeper does not actually touch the ball. Damn, there's no escaping that. Anyone that tries to get this going gets an automatic yellow, and if you've got beef with the referee, he could even send you off. Crazy. That's tough. Not everyone understands why they've got an issue with this one. But with the running knee lock, you can't even debate it. Hey, I've seen this move before. Actually, I've done this move before. Ah, come on, that's street football stuff. See guys, trapping the ball in between your knees and running with it in an official match is the same thing as using your hands. Completely illegal stuff. It took me quite a while to figure this one out, and it's a shame too, because I mean, who wouldn't want to see ballers taking the defenders on this one? It'll be crazy. But it doesn't mean you can't use it in a kickball with a couple of your mates though. This trick comes with a complimentary yellow card too, so unless you want to be like me, I suggest you back off trapping the ball between your knees, or inside your shirt. On YouTube or in the streets, the guys with the best techers, it's a signature move for them. Trapping the ball with your shirt and then flicking out quickly so it looks like me after Thanksgiving dinner is cool, but in an official match, it's a total bust. Seriously guys, I can't even argue this one. Imagine being a ref paid to officiate a game, and some rando pulls that move in the middle of a match? Yeah, you're just taking a piss in my face. If you attempt the move in an official game, it means your shirt automatically becomes an extension of your arms, so it's saying you've touched the ball with your hand, and that's a straight yellow. Just ask June Gunnar Solly. Shirt catches, running knee locks, and seal troubles, they're super fly. But this next one has elevated the game to a new level, a cheat code, and FIFA just had to take it down ASAP. Back in 1970, Coventry City was facing Irvington in the league. See, the game back then was pretty boring. Everyone just kicked the ball and followed all the basic rules. But in this match, Ernie Hunt and his teammates thought of something different. See, they were tired of taking free kicks the same routine way, so in training, they worked up all week on a new technique. And when they got the chance to show it off, it was pure genius. Incredible! At least that's what I thought, but the English FA didn't see it like that. See, they felt it was cheating, because with this trick, you flick the ball up and your teammate hits it mid-air. It's like Dragon Ball Z. It's called the donkey trick, but the FA take the game pretty seriously, and any tweaks to the laws they've set up are completely banned. So the donkey trick isn't allowed in the game. That's a bummer. They've taken a lot of cool stuff from our game. Another trick that's not allowed in any official match is the headstall, and with this one, it's super easy to see why. That's why Naby Keita only plays a half dozen league games for Liverpool all season. Dude's been busy practicing headstalls rather than getting fit for actual matches. It's a party piece skill. And no one loved it more than the king of the Yogo Bonito. Ronaldinho absolutely loved this move. And it makes a lot of sense to see why. I mean, if I'm being honest, this one actually looks totally cool. And it's very popular too. Because when Ronaldinho pulled it off after signing for Barca on presentation day, pretty much every new player had done it after joining a new club. But there's just one problem, one catch. As cool as this move is, FIFA doesn't see it like that. See, this one falls under what authorities call unsportsmanlike behavior, and it's dangerous too. Because everyone's fighting for the ball, and if you're keeping it on your head every time you get it, then you're asking to get karate chopped right in the face. But it's still awesome doing it during training or a charity game. However, in an official match, with all the high stakes and pressure, if you pull it off, everyone would think you're being disrespectful and showboating. You'd get stick everywhere, even from your fans, and refs hate it too. You bag a yellow for pulling it off. Ronaldinho must have been gutted for this one, just like he was about this next one. YouTube skill comps, they've got this one running all week. It's very technical, and if you can pull it off, the crowd loves it. The ultimate balancing act. But don't be going about trying this one in an official game though, because even though it's not officially illegal, it's not a very sporty thing to do, and the guys you're up against, it'll get them pretty pissed. Pretty sure I've seen King Ronnie pull off every trick on this list, and it's kind of ironic because the greatest dribbler in the world had just one opponent he couldn't beat with all of his skills, himself. See, Ronaldinho had the whole world at his feet, until one mistake ruined everything and sent him crashing down. Want to find out what I'm talking about? Just click the next video.